Hello everybody, welcome back or welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Evan and today is all about the Adidas Adizero Boston 10. The Adizero Boston 10 has been a common name for years in the up-tempo daily trainer category. But in the 10th edition, this classic model has been completely redesigned to provide a high level of protection without losing its roots as a fast up-tempo trainer. Featuring an all-new midsole that is packed with the brand's most innovative foam and fine-tuned technology. Adidas has taken the classic Boston model and evolved it into a competitive road running shoe with the modern technology needed to increase performance during faster workouts. Sporting a much higher level of cushioning than its predecessor, the Boston 10 blends layers of Light Strike Pro and Light Strike EVA foam with energy rods that lie parallel to the foot's metatarsal bones. This new midsole construction protects runners during long workouts or races while providing a snappy and propulsive ride when it's time to pick up the pace. This is my initial review of the Adidas Adizero Boston 10. At the filming of this video, I have two runs in this shoe. I have a 14.5-mile longish run. Yesterday, average pace was about 7:15, so a nice long run pace, not really pushing hard, but not taking it super easy either. And then today was 8 miles, just nice and easy, running with the family, pushing strollers. I do have some nice initial thoughts about the shoe, but before we dive in, let's go ahead and go over some specs on the Boston 10. Coming in at 10.4 ounces in a men's size 9 with a heel stack of 39 millimeters and a forefoot stack of 31, giving the Boston 10 a drop of 8 millimeters. The upper is a lightweight mesh. The midsole is a combination between Adidas's Light Strike EVA and its new Super Foam Light Strike Pro, which is this cream color foam here. You can see Adidas's energy rods coming through the middle. There's going to be 5 of them that do parallel the metatarsal bone. Outsole is going to be Continental rubber. You do see a nice thin layer that covers much of the bottom of the shoe. It does provide good traction and it's not too much in terms of outsole rubber, given that this is a daily trainer meant to go high miles and cover all of your running variety. Also coming in at $139.95, at least that's on Running Warehouse's website. What are my initial thoughts of the Boston 10? Now it is super hot and humid over the last 2 runs that I've been doing here. And we did just get back from travel, so I was not super snappy, having spent 12 hours in the car over the previous 2 days. Super hot, super humid. I was sweating quite a bit. My feet were not overly hot. However, did hold on to a lot of water. So there's a lot of good cushion throughout the upper. It is a little bit on the robust, not plush by any means, but it does have some good foam. Good amount of heel structure here. You know, you do have like this Achilles notch, the way they do it here. There is a good amount of padding and foam through that, as well as the tongue has a good amount of padding where the laces would lay. Seems to be multiple layers in this forefoot. It is a fully gusseted tongue as well, so that will add some layers. It does add comfort. I do like a fully gusseted tongue, but it does add some layers. Overall, I think it's a good shoe. The laces were fine. It's kind of like this nice kind of cottony throwback feel, I guess. And then you do have a little suede overlay here. What are some of my initial thoughts of the shoe? It does fit a little bit narrow in the forefoot for me. Now that's coming from, you know, have worn Hoka's as well as Asics. You know, they tend to run just a little on the narrow side. This was a little bit more so yet. So it didn't bother me even on the longer run, a hot long run where, you know, your feet might get hot and swell a little bit. I just noticed it. You get a little bit of pressure on this outside, the pinky toe, I guess you would, but it didn't bother me. I didn't have any rubbing, any blisters, anything like that. I just noticed a little extra pressure there. Probably over the course of your first handful of runs, it is gonna break in nice and easy and kind of mold to your foot a little bit better. I feel like, you know, even only having 2 runs, 20 some miles in the shoe, it just felt like even today on the second run, it just fit that a little bit nicer. And it might be down to just playing with the laces as well. I do not think this is highly breathable. It did not evaporate the moisture as well as I would like. Even on a very hot day, I do understand it's super hot, kind of extreme condition, but it just could do better. You know, there are plenty of shoes in this running shoe rotation currently that have handled that heat, those distances, and done a better job of it. It is a firmer ride from this Light Strike Pro. I do feel like this is a firm EVA midsole, and then this Light Strike Pro, I think that's where you get the softness. If you are a forefoot runner like myself, it does tend to feel a little nicer. That's where the majority of this Light Strike Pro is, and then the propulsiveness from those energy rods. I did like them. It's just that little bit to kind of keep you going through the gait cycle, to keep that cadence up nice and high, or at least, you know, comfortable. It doesn't let you like lag when you're getting tired. So I enjoyed that. I did run kind of different paces, you know, nice and easy today, as well as kind of pushing it a little bit. I had a few faster miles and some downhill sections too, where I could really kind of open up the gait cycle, and it felt fine. It felt good, but you also feel every bit of that 10.4 ounces as well. So it is a heavy shoe. I think you could do a lot of things in the shoe. I feel like you could do some easy runs. I feel like you could do some up-tempo runs, probably even some workouts. There is going to be a better option for every single run also. I think that's what the design of this is, to kind of be the one shoe to do many things. Like I've said in other videos, I like that idea. However, me personally, I would rather have a shoe designed for each one. I want a long run shoe. I want a workout shoe. I want a tempo day shoe, and I want a race day shoe. You can do all of those, even race days, in this shoe. You have the high stack to cover it. You have, you know, good tread wear life to cover all the miles. You can pick up the pace in this. It has, you know, the high stack and the good foams to handle everything that you're gonna throw at it. There's just gonna be a better option for everything. When I was going through the miles and just really thinking about how this shoe reacted and responded, it's a firmer landing for me. It feels very nice underfoot. It handles the miles, although you just kind of start to feel the firmness as the miles go on. I would have been fine, I think, pushing to 20 miles or so. And as it breaks in, it'll probably be even more comfortable in the longer runs. You could absolutely run a marathon in this shoe. You can do some workouts in this shoe. I would just pick a different one for everything, I think. One shoe that I was really comparing it to, and I was trying to think about a shoe that best fit this, what it most resembled to me, is the Hoka Mach 4. I think the Mach 4 is a better option than this in most every category. I think the upper is more comfortable, feels better underfoot. The only thing I think this one would trump the Mach 4 is probably overall wear, overall longevity, only because of the Continental rubber versus the rubberized EVA on the Mach 4. Otherwise, I would pick that one probably every time, and it's $10 cheaper too. So I do like the looks of this. This is a very nice looking shoe. I think Hoka is hit and miss on the looks for me personally. You might love them and that's cool. But for me personally, I think this is a very nice, classy looking shoe, one that you can kind of put anything with it and it'll look nice. So that is my first initial thoughts. I do think it needs some more time. It does need some more miles. I don't have like a set mark on number of miles before I give a full review. When I feel like I have a good understanding and understand what this shoe is designed for, I'll come back and give you my full thoughts on the Boston 10. So that's my first initial initial impression of the shoe. If you like this content, please go ahead and consider clicking that subscribe button as well as the bell icon to get notified every time I release a new video. And I just want to say thank you so much for helping the channel grow. Click that like button. Also, it lets me know that you like this content. Drop me a comment. Do all the things. I appreciate it. Let me know, are you familiar with the Boston 10? Do you plan on getting the Boston 10? And then if there's anything else that you would like to see me review, I'd love to know. I'll put it in the rotation. I appreciate it so much. And as always, go forward in power, love, and a sound mind, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.